So one of my favorite features of Make is the Make grid. And they just added some nice cool updates, so I'm going to walk you through some of them. So here's how actually my own Make grid looks like in Breeze. And as you can see, I organize it in teams. So I can see the operations team, which consumed 10,000 credits, the core team, the Make demos team, my test environment, and the product and tech team. Based on the amount of nodes and the amount of workflows in each team, we can see the size of it. One of the now coolest things they added is that, number one, of course, you can move around using your right click, and you can zoom in using the scroll of your mouse or the pad in your laptop. So for instance, here in the operations team, I have data folder, I have the support folder, the account management, the sales and outreach. I have different use cases and I group them in folders. If, for example, we go to account management, we have these flows where we can see how it's connected with the CRM, with Slack, with Airtable, how we connect to Anthropic to use AI in our flows, and how the data flows. The flow ops receive approval, create deal, and send email is connected to all of these tools, and we can see how the data flows and in which direction. This is really cool. And I also can see which operations consume what. For instance, this flow, create deals, and I can click on it and directly see the details of this flow. I can see the apps that are being used, I can see how many operations each one is using, and I can see the links to the nodes and how are they used. I can see the raw data in case I want to export it or create a new flow or move it somewhere else, and I can directly open the scenario and handle it. So in this case, this scenario is a very nice one that receives a webhook, creates deals in Pipedrive and Airtable, and drafts a personalized message using AI. So let's go back to the grid. And here, one of the new things they added is that you can adjust the size of the panel. So you go edit layout, and you can also make bigger to match more your mind or the idea of how it works. You can grab this, you can put it located. Okay, you cannot put it inside, but you can move it around. So let's say I wanna structure it like this is the biggest, super nice dynamic movement. You can just scroll around. And for me, this is the most important part, then this, and then this. These ones I don't really mind, so they can just float around here, and I'm gonna stop editing. Perfect. So now it actually matches what I want. So uncategorized, this is the big bucket of flows that I have, then account management, support, and then these ones who are not really relevant. Another really cool thing of the Make grid is that you can quickly see which flows need your attention. So this one was deactivated, this one has unresolved executions, and this one, for instance, I need to update the connection. So I can go directly here. As we can see, it's being used in the Make demos, in the MCP challenge, and is uncategorized, and I'm using this. What is the issue? That this device is missing or I need to update it. So I can literally go to the setup to that connection and update it myself. So this way I can manage all of the issues across my whole organization super easily. Now it doesn't really look as clean as I would like it, so I'm gonna reorganize the layout again. So I want this to be here, this to be here, and maybe this here. Cool. I really like that it also gives you this grid, and in case I wanted to make it longer, I don't really understand the use of this, but I guess that, yeah. Oh, wow. I can also move the nodes as I want. Okay. Okay. So I can basically go to this one, for this small flow that just logs some responses in Pipedrive, and I can say, okay, so this is the flow, and this is the order of things, right? So this looks more like the flow, but I can mentally have a better map and a better layout. So for instance, you can also handle individual instances or objects, and you can modify them, and you can have very quick context on what each file is using, how many times, and where it is. So this is really, really cool. You have the URL, the ID, and you can copy to clipboard just like that. Super useful. This helps move around way faster. As I said, to move around, the best thing to do is right click, or you can also pan, zoom in, zoom out in your laptop. Now it works across any type of device. Another cool thing is the live collaboration. So I can see now my coworkers working or checking those flows or creating new ones. And this is really nice because we can do live collaboration, and I can be here and he can be close to me, and I can be adding things, or I can see or review what he's doing. And another super useful feature, I can go here and I can just find anything, right? So I can go Telegram, and I can see here Telegram bot, my Telegram bot, and it's used in this folder, in the make demos, in the uncategorized, and is in this flow content generation bot. Amazing. Now I can go back here, or I can directly open the scenario and start working on it. This way I also have a very visual way to understand, okay, I have plenty of workflows that are uncategorized. Maybe I want to tackle this one first that looks easier. I see it's connected to some folders, some Google Drive, and I want to tackle this area, the finance area. I remember this feature has been on beta for some time, and I see now way smoother navigation. The more you zoom out, the faster you can move around. And as your organization grows, it's also great because you can overview everything. 10 out of 10 make. I really like this one.